Ooh, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Smir, and we are back. I know it's been a while. Been a couple days, been pretty busy. You know, Christmas coming up. We got the Christmas shirt on. It's Christmas time, but this is definitely not a Christmas themed video. This is something that I've been questioning a lot, been talking with friends about it. I've had this discussion multiple times, and I thought I'd finally turn it into a video. And I'm going to make it a multiple parter. So normally you just choose one team, but it's still Pokemon related. We'll say that much. But we're going to be choosing a full team of 6 that you would have with you in a zombie apocalypse. So for this episode, we're going to make it a mini series kind of thing. So this one will be just Kanto Pokemon. We'll go through each generation, go 1, 2, 3, all to 8. And then at the very end, we'll do a 9th episode, and it will be out of all of the generations of Pokemon, choose your final 6. Let's get straight into this team because I've had so much fun trying to wrap my head around what to choose. And I'm so keen. Let's get straight into the first Pokemon. So my first Pokemon in the Kanto 6 team to survive a zombie apocalypse is Venusaur. Actually, I probably should say some rules first. So each generation has to have one starter, no legendaries. You're allowed no more than one pseudo legendary, and each Pokemon can only have 4 moves. So it's not like you can have a Charizard with Fly, Flamethrower, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch. You can't have all these. You only have 4 specific moves. Can be damaging, can be helpful. Whatever you need to choose directly your 4 moves. So let me know in the comments your team what you would choose for this as well. And if you are enjoying this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so you know that I can continue this story if you guys are enjoying it. So first Pokemon, like I said, is Venusaur. This will be my starter Pokemon. Going with Venusaur. And there's a big reason for that. And that's because Venusaur can absorb sunlight and turn it into energy. It's a zombie apocalypse. It's probably quite scarce, probably low on resources and things. Definitely electricity and power probably went out the window long ago. So having someone that can just absorb the sunlight and then turn that into electrical energy is just really handy, because generator, like health, doctors, anything, if I find a hospital or whatnot. So I'm assuming in this scenario where this is a zombie apocalypse, it's you by yourself. You've got 6 Pokemon, you're wandering around trying to survive, make the best of life. So Venusaur having the power to turn the sun into electricity is a great asset to have on my team. Venusaur also has 2 great moves like Vine Whip and Solar Beam that can very easily clear pathways. So obviously it's very chaotic in a zombie apocalypse. A lot's going on, so there's probably a lot of mess and things. And if I'm trying to get to a certain area, or I'm trying to climb something, or there's stuff in the way, Venusaur can just, use the vines, pick it up, move it over, or use Solar Beam and blast a hole through this mountain to move it out of the way. So very handy in that regards, trying to move debris or set up infrastructure. If we're trying to make like a hut or a hideout or a safe house, whatever it is, you're kind of like safe haven to live and survive in the zombie apocalypse, we need some kind of shelter. And Venusaur being able to just pick things up with Vine Whip and move them, or use Frenzy Plant to make like a wooden structure. Frenzy Plant pretty much summons roots out of the ground and then does big damage normally. But if you do that, you make a big tree house to live in. That would be very handy, and it's very strong roots because it's Frenzy Plant, so you know it's going to last. So having moves like that just add a lot of versatility to Venusaur, not just being the energy supply, but having the infrastructure and the ability to move things just make it a very worthy pick over, I think a lot of people would choose Charizard because he can fly. Don't know yet. Obviously, this is all hypotheticals, but poison types could be immune to the zombie bite, whatever it is, the poison. Whatever the infection is, poison types might be immune. They can't be toxic, so you never know. That could just be a possibility if it's not. Because we're assuming that in this world of Pokemon, where the zombie apocalypse is happening, the Pokemon also turn into zombie Pokemon. So you want to have Pokemon that are quite strong as well. So things like I said, Frenzy Plant and Solar Beam will do big damage and make quick work of these zombie Pokemon that we have to ward off as well. And if Venusaur gets bit and it's immune, that's okay. Venusaur is quite a large Pokemon, can take up quite a lot of area, so it can definitely distract a lot of things, while say me or my other 5 Pokemon are on the run and we can't quite like get away. Venusaur's there, returns the Pokeball, he's bit, he's safe because he's a poison type. A really good move that I think I will have on Venusaur, and a great option, is Sunny Day. Venusaur can learn Sunny Day, which makes Solar Beam charge even faster if you want to run that pair, but also just like if it's in a tight spot, or if it's raining, or it's miserable weather, or it's cold and you're freezing, if it's daytime, you can always use Sunny Day and it'll make it good weather. Also helps Venusaur absorb energy. If it's raining and there's no sun out, how's he going to absorb the energy? How's he going to feed himself with photosynthesis? How's he going to turn energy into power? How's he going to do that if it's raining and thunderstorms? Use Sunny Day, make the sun up, absorb the energy, make a Solar Beam. It's very handy. I think it's probably going to be a staple on any team having some kind of weather option, because you don't want to freeze just from the rain if you haven't got shelter yet. You want to have some kind of move that can kind of protect you a little bit from the environment, I would say. Venusaur also is a grass type and has the very keen smell and sense to hunt down fruit and vegetables. Obviously, in the Pokemon world, it's berries. Could be berries here as well, but not with sweet scent, of course. But naturally, Venusaur as the grass type and can feel the nature around it. It's stated that it can feel nature's very gifted in this asset. It can actually tell where food and other Pokemon like itself are. So very easy to scout for food and berries and nutrients when you're trying to survive on scarcity and low levels of food in an apocalypse. Venusaur can quite easily just pinpoint where there might be an apple tree or a mango tree or whatever it is. Wherever the food and fruit and veggies are, Venusaur can probably quite easily find that, which means we won't go hungry and we won't die of starvation. The 4 moves I've got for Venusaur are going to be Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, Sunny Day. So, like I said, throughout the list, 3 staples. And then I've actually got Petal Blizzard, because we're assuming that some other people have survived as well. Petal Blizzard is a strong move. So is Frenzy Plant. It's fantastic. But you don't have to recharge afterwards, because the Pokemon effects, the move effects still come into place. You can't just use Hyper Beam over and over. Once you use Hyper Beam, you kind of got to rest for a second to recover. So Frenzy Plant's the same as that. But having Petal Blizzard can be good to fight off warding Pokemon, zombie Pokemon, other trainers if they're around. But also just as an escape maneuver. If there's a big horde and we know we can't fight that and we need to run, set up a Petal Blizzard. It's a great smoke screen to get out. Does damage and it's a smoke screen, so it's 2 birds with 1 stone. So I think Petal Blizzard or Petal Dance, either. Petal Dance, sorry, just happens like multiple times. It's 2 to 3 times and you get confused. I'd rather just have Petal Blizzard, set up the Blizzard, set up the Storm, make a massive smoke screen and get out while we can. Second Pokemon on my list is actually going to be this pseudo legendary from the Kanto region, Dragonite. I'm tipping a lot of people also going to have this pick if they didn't choose Charizard, but even then they might want both picks. But you got to think about, Pokemon do get tired. There's not Pokemon centers in this scenario. It's just the only way you can heal is by resting. You like time. So you can't just have Dragonite fly for hours and days on end. Like, Pokemon need a rest. So you need to think about the workload that your Pokemon are going to go through. But obviously with Dragonite, can fly, fantastic means of support, can travel faster than the speed of sound, which is insane. So easy fast travel if we're in a tight spot, get up and out really quickly. Faster than 2,500 kilometers an hour, which is insanely quick. But also, Dragonite in the show, in the games, in the Pokédex entries, has also been a quite altruistic Pokemon, which pretty much will risk its own life to save you, which is a perfect partner to have in a zombie apocalypse, because if you're going to die, Dragonite will not, obviously it's very sad if this happened, but say your Dragonite sacrificed its life for you, that means you can live on and still help society hopefully progress back to where it was. But Dragonite will like bust so hard.
What did he say?
To get Pokemon to safety, get you to safety, help other stragglers, people that need help, children or people that are struggling. Dragonite is just a helpful Pokemon, and we'll see that nothing bad will happen to you. On the off chance that something bad does happen to you, Dragonite on the other end of the spectrum gets quite angry, gets very enraged when something happens bad to who it cares about, and will go on a rampage until that thing is annihilated. So if another trainer or another wild Pokemon or a zombie or whatever attacks me or one of the team, the Dragonite will lose it and absolutely demolish them until they are no more. Like, we'll destroy mountains and stuff just to make sure that that thing is deleted. So that is the one risky part of Dragonite, because when it's in outrage, you can't really control it. So a Dragonite throwing off hyper beams in every direction is quite dangerous for you, your team, and the environment. So you just got to be really careful about Dragonite being there when bad stuff is going down. Dragonite is also a great swimmer. Obviously comes from Dratini and Dragonair. Is also known as the Sea Guardian, which is fantastic because they've also been known to fight Kingdra very well in the ocean, can cause storms and wind, but Dragonite was well known for saving shipwrecked people. People get caught in a big storm in the ocean, shipwreck, and off the coast somewhere far away. Dragonite would always go out, fly, and bring them back to safety. So we know that Dragonite can fly, can swim, can handle very strong weather. So it's just a very good Pokemon for travel mostly, but also Dragonite's still a pseudo legendary. It's got 600 base stats, can learn massively powerful moves like Outrage and Hyper Beam, and in any fight with another trainer who's maybe not the nicest person ever and it comes to a scuffle, or wild strong zombie Pokemon like strong other Dragonites or Kingdras or whatever, in tough situations where we need a powerhouse, Dragonite can definitely pull through in that scenario, because 600 base stats, pseudo legendary. It's one of the strongest Pokemon that isn't a legendary, stronger than some legendaries. So it's just good to have a big powerhouse on your team because it will probably come down to a battle at some point sooner or later. Also on the fact that, like I said, he can fly and can surf and all this, great for recon. Like, knowledge is such a good asset that people don't understand, and having Dragonite to be able to fly up or fly you up and then scout areas for either food, for people, for zombie hordes, whatever it is, Dragonite has got great fast recon, and like that's what you want. You need information. Information and knowledge is essential, especially in a society like a post-apocalyptic society where the zombies are around. You want information. You don't want to walk past a tree or into a door or behind a mountain or something, and then there's just a zombie horde waiting, and then that's GG. You want Dragonite to fly up, have a scout, and then be like, yep, we go this way, because Dragonite actually has human-like intelligence and can understand human speech. So that is also a great asset. So you tell, yep, can you fly up there and scout this out? He'll be like, yep, I'll go and do that. Or can you go grab this Pokemon? Or can you go help that person? They're stuck at sea. Yep, I'll go do that. Fantastic partner to have. And my 4 moves would actually be Extreme Speed, because being fast is fantastic if we need to make a quick escape or a quick engage. Whatever it is, Extreme Speed is just a great move. We've got Hyper Beam, obviously, like I said before, powerhouse move, cause massive destructions, can actually destroy mountains quite easily with Hyper Beam. So if there's anything in the way or a big horde or something, Dragonite can just mow down the whole zombie horde, which would be fantastic. We've got Hurricane for when we are on the water or in a storm, can take advantage of the terrible weather. And also, it's just a great move to disengage, I guess, from fighting and get out, because it just causes a big hurricane. Like, messes up anybody who's there, and then we can skedaddle for free. And then Outrage, obviously, is very risky, like I said before, but I think can come in very handy when needed. Now, for the Pokemon that will bring us warmth, we've got Arcanine. So, obviously, a lot of people, I'm assuming, will choose Charizard for the same aspect as Dragonite, being able to fly. Being able to fly and then, obviously, breathe fire for warmth. But I've got Arcanine for that job, because Arcanine is a fast runner. Can travel up to 10,000 kilometers in one day, which is insanely quick. Obviously, signature move used to be Extreme Speed, but now other Pokemon have learnt it. But obviously, producing fire for food, for cooking, for warmth is obviously a necessity. You don't want to freeze in a zombie. You don't want to, like, survive a zombie apocalypse and then die because you got too cold. You can't have that. So having a fire type, I feel like, is a must, or someone who can at least learn a fire move. You can justify it. But having it for sanitary purposes as well, if you can't find clean water and you need to boil something to get rid of, like, make it more sanitary, boil out all the bacteria and whatnot, Arcanine can do that. Cooking as well. Some food is like chicken. You can't have chicken raw, so maybe cook your chicken first with Arcanine. But the one is the big travel is also the running. Very big. Arcanine's actually quite tall. He's over 6 foot, so he's very big. Can carry at least you and one other person for sure. Can actually store food in its mane as well, so you don't have to worry about wasting food or chucking it out or trying to stuff yourself and then getting over full. You can actually store food in Arcanine's mane. It's known for that. Very quick, very strong battler as well. Arcanine has great stats. I think it's 555 or 550 base stats, which is phenomenal. It's known as the legendary Pokemon, even though it's not a legendary for some reason. But great powerhouse, very strong like Dragonite. But I've mostly got my Arcanine for utility, so obviously for the fire, for the traveling, and for the food storage. 4 moves that I would have on my Arcanine would be Extreme Speed, of course, because fast travel is fantastic. You need to get from A to B. Arcanine can do it very quickly. Flamethrower, obviously pretty standard to cause fire. You could use Ember or Fire Blast, but I feel like that's a bit excessive. I feel like Flamethrower can be adjusted to be either small or big, so that's perfect. Morning Sun is a unique one. Obviously, we've got Sunny Day on Venusaur, so having Morning Sun is actually pretty good because it heals you. Arcanine could be quite tired, go for a big run, we're traveling cross-country or something, travel a long distance, gets tired, whip out the sun, use Morning Sun, get some heals back so you're ready to go again. It just makes Arcanine a bit more reliable and can use him more usefully if he is healed and not struggling all the time. Especially if you go for a run and then you engage someone and you're already tired from a run, you need a battle, you can heal up really quick so then you're still fresh to fight someone without having to, like, be going into a fight unready. Last move, I couldn't really think of much. I feel like it could be handy. I just got Crunch. I feel like biting through certain things, biting through steel, or getting rocks in the way, or fighting people, killing zombies with Crunch. I feel like just a neutral move that can do a lot of simple things, like Crunch, is pretty good. Other than that, it was like another fire move, or Wild Charge, or Play Rough even, but I feel like Crunch does the same kind of thing. We are actually going to call it there. I would have loved to do this all in one video, but I think it will be way too long doing all 6. So we're going to make all of these a 2-parter, which means it's going to be a bit of a longer series than I thought. So we got 8 generations. Now we've got 8 generations, and each of them will be a 2-parter, and the last one as well, 9th generation. So we've got a couple of videos to make out of this, so hopefully you do enjoy it, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe so I know that you enjoy it, and I know that you want to keep seeing this more. Comment down below, like I said, I'll say 3, I won't say all of them, I'll say 3 Pokemon that you want to use in your Kanto Zombie Apocalypse journey, and then in the next episode we'll do the next 3, but just to recap, we got Venusaur, we got Dragonite, we got Arcanine, and then the next episode will be the next 3 to help on our Zombie Apocalypse survival with Kanto Pokemon only. Like I said, no Legendaries, 1 starter, maximum 1 pseudo legendary. Each Pokemon can only have 4 moves. So once again, hopefully you did enjoy it, and as always, take it easy.